everyone. Thank you for joining us from all over the world, and welcome to our Meet the Admissions Team Live. We hope you've been enjoying our digital event so far, and thank you for joining us on this live stream today. My name is Karina. I'm the Postgraduate Admissions Officer, having also worked in the undergraduate admissions at De Montfort University in the Admissions Department of the Future Students team. We'll be talking to you about the admissions process, key tips and advice, plus confirmation of acceptance for studies letters, which we tend to abbreviate as CAS.
Hi, I'm Farina. I'm the admissions administrator at De Montfort University, and I work in the postgraduate admissions team.
We'd like to remind you that this is an interactive stream. So if you have any questions, please pop them into the chat and we'll try and answer them during the stream. We will also be doing a Q&A at the end of the stream. So there's an option for questions and answers then.
I am now going to be taking you through the application process. In terms of your application, you can apply through the online portal or by sending the application via email to admissions or your in-country representative. If you're applying via the portal, be sure to upload all the necessary documents. Similarly, if you're applying directly, please ensure all necessary documents are attached alongside the completed application form. Ensure you look at the course entry criteria on the website so you know what we ask for and are fully prepared. If you don't have a student number and need to email us, always give your name and your date of birth, as this helps us locate you on the system. Make sure you have answered all questions on the application form fully, as this avoids any delays in processing your application. For example, if you have had a previous visa refusal, please declare it and provide us with the necessary information alongside your application. I'd also like to let you know that we are now taking applications for the upcoming October 2024 intake. We are also taking applications for the next couple of weeks for the April 24 intake, which is the International Business Management course.
Moving on to key points, key tips and advice for applicants and inquirers who are looking to apply, as well as further information about CAS letters. Make sure you have done some research into the courses available and what you would like to study. Namely, check the course pages on the DMU website. They are really useful and have lots of information on the courses and what you can expect as a DMU student. Ensure you meet the criteria. Our degrees have entry criteria requirements that can be found online. For some, industry experience can also count, so it's worth sending a CV alongside your application if you think it's applicable to you. Check you have all the documents you require and have included them in your application. This avoids delays, and when we have a large volume of applications, this means your application will be dealt with promptly.
Here are some of the things that we require. So we require your past educational certificates or degrees, along with the transcripts to support your application. We need a good personal statement that shows why you wish to study this particular course at De Montfort University and how you feel that this would help in your future career goals. We also require references. We can't request these on your behalf, so you will need to ensure you supply these and that they are on either letter-headed paper or from a professional email address. Evidence of English language may be required. These range from English, the International English Language Testing System, also known as the IELTS, Standard 12 from India, and West African Examinations Council, which is also known as the WAEC. These are just to name a few. We do accept a few others. We also require a copy of your passport. And please ensure that when you do send a copy of your passport, it must be in date prior to the start of your course. Some courses do require portfolios. We would require you to upload that with your application to avoid further delays. It's also worth mentioning that if you have studied in the UK previously, we require previous UK documents such as CAS, biometric, resident permits, visa, and UK education certificates.
Once we have received all of your documents and issued an unconditional offer, Providing you have passed a pre-CAS assessment and paid your tuition fee deposit, you will then be eligible for a CAS. A CAS letter is a document in the UK Visa and Immigration, UKVI, required in order to progress your visa to the UK. You are eligible for a CAS once you meet all the conditions of your offer and hold an unconditional offer. We firmly encourage applicants to make the 50% tuition fee deposit as soon as possible, as this is required in order to complete registration. This deposit will be reflected on your CAS letter and deducted from the money you will be required to present to the UKVI for your visa. The issuance of a CAS letter is an extensive process. It's important that you understand that we require deposits for CAS as soon as possible and at least a couple of months before you intend to submit a visa application. Please bear with the admissions team at peak times as it can get really, really busy. That is the end of the update. We are now available for questions and answers from the chat. We will do our best to answer questions but cannot go into personal applications. This should be directed to our admissions inbox, which is admissions@dmu.ac.uk. Now, let me have a look going through the chat. We've got the first one at 11:01 a.m. So this person has said, unable to upload my portfolio on the link. If you upload it to the DMU, to the admissions@dmu.ac.uk and include your name, your date of birth, then we'll be able to match that with your account and put it into take your portfolio and put it into your account. I hope I've answered that question for that person there. The next question is, when you've received an offer, is it possible to have one of the criterias altered? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. If you want to elaborate on that a little further down, I can come back to that question. The next question, can the tuition fee be paid in installments? I think that will be a no. The reason being is that we have to ensure that certain deadlines are met. But if you pop that into an email, there may be things like scholarships that are available that we could probably guide you to. So if you pop that to an email to us at admissions@dmu.ac.uk, we'll be able to answer that fully for you. Are there any payment methods? I'll ask Farina if she can answer that one for me.
I think it depends which country you're coming from. So it's mostly all done by a bank transfer. As far as I know, I think in India they use Flywire. So I think it depends which country you're sending it from and what companies are available there.
Yeah. Again, admissions@dmu.ac.uk. Next one. I have applied for September 24 intake. So after how many days I may receive my offer letter? Again, as we said before, make sure the criteria is met and all the documentations that we need. We have a service level agreement of 5 days in slow period and 10 days in our periods when we're really, really busy. So it depends on if the application is received with everything that we need. We can do it within 10 days. The next one, there's one before that. I have applied for bachelor's honors computer science course. Oh, you were just telling us. Thank you. We look forward to your application. The next one, I have received a conditional offer. One of the conditions is that I have to pay. If I have paid at least 50%, will I be accepted by DMU? That is the condition. You have to pay 50%, as we mentioned prior, for your CAS to be issued. So as soon as possible, that will be the best thing for you, and then we'll be able to issue you'll be on your way to being issued a CAS. Yeah. Hi, ma'am. I am very visual from India. I applied for Master's Cybersecurity. Need to know my application status. I am waiting for your reply. As I said before, we don't talk about personal applications on the live stream, but if you have submitted an application and all of your documentations is there, then you should know within a 5 to 10 day turnaround. If you're experiencing some delays, please contact us at admissions@dmu.ac.uk, including your date of birth and your full name and the course that you're applying to, and we can look into that. I have gotten an unconditional offer for the September intake, and I have requested for the credibility interview. I'm yet to get a schedule link to get a response. Christopher, if you are part of AIO International Office, then you can get in contact with them and they would be able to kind of get in, probably send us an email and get in touch with us a little bit quicker. If you're independent, again, I say send us an email to admissions@dmu.ac.uk with your name, your date of birth and the course and your request, and that would be looked at in our inbox.
Sorry, Karina, just going on from that question, if you do need to know who your country representative is, it's on our website. If you just type in international office at DMU, and then you can select your country, and then it'll give you the email address of your country representative.
Yeah, I think also that you don't have to be part of the international office. You can still ask for their services, I believe. So yeah, that would be a really good move for you there, Christopher. The next one, what is a UCAS ID? Muskan, when you apply on the UCAS website, it will generate an ID. But if you go to the UCAS website, it tells you about all this information on their website. And also they have a contact us email. So if you get in contact with them to get a little bit further information about UCAS processes and information with regards to putting in an application, they'll be more than happy to help you. I've got another question. Is there anything we need to do specifically on the application portal to accept the offer we receive, or is the offer considered accepted when we pay our tuition fee of 50%? More likely, as long as everything is in place and 50% has been paid, we then proceed in organizing your CAS. So yes, you wouldn't need to actually accept the offer until we have sent you the unconditional offer with a CAS, which then means that you will see that you have a place, and if you've paid your 50% deposit, you've secured your place. The next one, about the criteria in an offer. One of the criteria is HSC. Is it possible to switch that with O levels? I'm not 100% sure about that one. Farina, do you have any input on that?
I think O levels is equivalent to the higher secondary. But if you email the undergraduate team or admissions, we will be able to confirm that.
Yeah, and the admissions email, admissions@dmu.ac.uk. Yep. I have applied for my offer since last 10 days. Farina, do you want to jump in there? It's just a repeat of what I said, but probably in clear. Yeah.
So obviously, you know that our application turnaround is 5 to 10 days. So are you saying that you received your conditional offer letter or an unconditional offer letter? If you have, then you will be required to either fulfill the conditions or pay the 50% deposit in order for you to get your CAS. If you're saying that you've just made an application, we can't comment on individual cases on this live stream at the moment. But if you do email admissions@dmu.ac.uk, we will be able to look into it further for you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you also. We've got a thank you from somebody. Admissions, yep. And you haven't received any update. Okay.
I think that's the person.
Is that the same one? Okay. Thank you. Right, the next one, I have received a conditional offer, and one of the conditions is pass at IELTS with overall band score of at least 6 and a minimum score of 5.5 in each component. Is the Cambridge AS levels adequate? Farina, do you know that one?
I can't say for 100% sure. I know that we can accept the GCSE English at Cambridge, and I know that an AS level is a bit higher than that. But if you email admissions, we'll be able to confirm that fully.
Wonderful, thank you. I have submitted my application with the PTE overall score of 54. I think you would need to write into us for at admissions.dmu.ac.uk because we have been looking at the PTE equivalents, and we will be able to give you more information on that. Can you repeat what you said about the unconditional offer? In what context? Oh, offer and not having to pay the 50% deposit to receive the cash. I may have misheard. No, when you get an unconditional offer, okay, first of all, you apply. Once you apply, you make sure you apply with all of the documents you need according to the criteria. Once you've done that, we will look at your application. Depending on the season we're in, it could take 5 or 10 days for us to go through your application. Once we've gone through your application and everything is there and you get an unconditional offer, to receive your CAS as an overseas applicant, you would have to pay 50% deposit. And that's the best thing to do, is to pay that as soon as possible. Once the 50% deposit has been paid, we will then proceed to issuing you a CAS. And then once you've received your CAS, then you can obviously follow through to come into the UK to study. I hope I've answered that question for you. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Anybody else has anything else on the live stream? Okay.
I just wanted to add, to the person who asked about the portfolio, we do have if it's too large and you can't send it via email, we do have a link on the DMU website where you can upload it, and then you can just provide us the link, because maybe sometimes the file is too big. So yeah, you do have that option, and if you can't find the link, just email us and we can provide you with the link.
Brilliant. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for popping in the questions, and to those that are listening in to us, when we look forward to speaking to you again soon, and hopefully as an applicant. Thank you.
Thank you.